Hey guys, welcome back to Coast Newt again. I'd just like to say before I get into the intro, what has happened. The channel was 5 months old, and I know my oldest video is around 2 months old, but the actual channel's 5 months, and we had like around 5 subscribers for ages. Then we got to 6, then we got to 7, then we got to 8, and we sat at 8 for a while. And then in the past week, we've gone up to 11. What? What just happened? 3 subscribers gained that quickly. It's crazy. Thank you so much, all of you. I don't know who it was that subscribed, but whoever it was, thank you. Thank you to all of you. If you want a shout out, I can. You can put it in the comments and I will, but I gave someone a shout out last video, but that's crazy. 11. We're actually on the road to 100. We're more than 1/10 of the way there. We've got to keep going. I'm gonna keep making videos. I want to. I find it fun. But that's just absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. Anyway, today we are going to be reacting and comparing Digital Dan. Yes, you probably know him. He's quite cool. Well, he's very cool actually. I really like his videos. So if you see this Dan, please comment below and subscribe. Please comment. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna compare his top 25 coasters in the UK to mine, and well, not really compare, but see what I would switch around. Okay, so you can react if you want, or if you want to go see the original video, just search up Digital Dan top 25 best coasters in the UK, and then you'll find it. So, yeah. Okay, nice. Okay, so we're going to start now.
From the big one to the Smiler, and from the Swarm to Vampire, we have loads of different roller coasters here in the United Kingdom. 207 if you want to be precise. Now of course I haven't ridden all of those 207 roller coasters, even though 80% of them are probably just these little things. But today, out of the ones I've already ridden, I wanted to narrow down a list of my top 25 favourite roller coasters in the UK.
Oh yeah, and I haven't been to Flamingo Land.
I haven't done this in a good few years, so I thought, you know what, I'll finally get round to doing it because, oh boy, my list has changed a lot. Either way, if you are new around here and you do go on to enjoy this video, then please subscribe. We're also riding what's probably one of the top 10 worst roller coasters in the UK for charity soon, so...
Also, this is an old video. Well, not old, but a bit older, so if you're wondering, he's already done the Here All Day. Yeah.
Donation would be much appreciated. Link down below. Without further ado, we've got 25 coasters to go through. Let's get into the list. At number 25, we have Nickelodeon Streak, a wooden roller coaster at Blackpool.
Okay, I agree with that placement, honestly. I do. I think it's solid. It's solid. It's not very rough, which is good, but it's not very tall, not very thrilling. There's not much airtime, that sort of thing. So, yeah.
Pleasure Beach that is noticeably very orange. At 24, we have Kumali at Flamingo Land, a Vekoma SLC.
I have not been on Kumali, but I didn't find Infusion that bad, and it's meant to be smoother than Infusion, so yeah, I will agree with the placement.
That's probably the smoothest of the lot you're gonna get. Number 23, Vampire at Chessington World of Adventure.
Okay. A lot of people really like Vampire, which is nice to hear, but I don't. I don't like Vampire very much. I mean, it's enjoyable, and I went on it as a kid, but I don't know, it's just not that good.
It's an Arrow suspended coaster, and as much as I'm not a huge fan of this ride, that drop towards the end into the tunnel gives it this placement. At number 22 is Mumbo Jumbo at Flamingo Land, an
That is actually one of my top coasters that I want to go in the UK. That I don't know why, but It actually just looks quite good. I think it's the El Loco model.
An SL Loco coaster
Yep.
that stole the steepest drop record off Saw the Ride after it had it for a week. It's a weird ride, it's quite weird, and it's also very weird, but it's fun nonetheless. Number 21, Grand National at Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Ah, why? Mumbo Jumbo looks so much better than Grand National. I wouldn't, I mean, opinions are opinions, but I would not agree with that placement. And nobody probably cares, but oh well.
If you sit on a wheel seat, this ride could be a whole other story, but for a wooden coaster as old as it does run quite smoothly if you don't sit on that wheel. Oh god. Numero 20 is Spinball Whizzer. This is a marathon spinning roller coaster that is actually pretty good. I mean, it's not overly long, but please replace it with a
It's fair enough.
Aquano Towers. I'd love that. Number 19 is Rage at Adventure Island. This is a Gerstlauer Eurofighter that's bright
Not better than Saw. That's all I have to say.
yellow and purple. Those colours just scream Rage to me, to be fair. It's decently smooth, it packs a punch for how small it is. Good ride. Number 18 is Velocity at Flamingo Land.
This actually looks really good, honestly. I wouldn't put it this low. It just looks really good, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
By Vekoma, you sit on a motorbike and just... It's a very unique experience to have here in the good old kingdom that's United.
Oh yeah, and I am sort of like putting the whole video on here, so just go watch this video by Dan, by Digital Dan, the Digital Man, if you want to, because he made it, and this is him commenting, not me. Also, I don't know if I mentioned it in the intro, but 11 subscribers is crazy, so please subscribe. We must get to 100. If we get to 20, that would be amazing too. But my next video will be a top 10 coasters in the world, and I've ridden a lot of coasters. So yeah, all right, let's continue.
Number 17 is Rita at Alton Towers. Now, with everything I've said about this ride in the past, you'd think it'd probably be at least number 1 or 2. In all fairness, it does the job, I guess. I mean, the launch is good, the rest is quite forceful, but very short, and it just exists at Alton Towers. Number 16 is Colossus at Thorpe Park. The inversions are cool. At points, it can be...
I hate Colossus so much than people seem to. Other than me, which is really annoying because it's so bad. Okay, people are gonna scream at me in the comments, but oh well. Do what you will with that information.
Quite intense, and it can also be quite jolty at points too.
Yes,
Number 15 is a shocking one. That being Shockwave at Drayton Manor. Now, this ride is...
I just read this. It's actually really good. Honestly, because of the size of me, I am so giddy that the restraint was actually quite far away from me, and I couldn't push it down anymore. Otherwise, it would literally be at the minimum that it could be, and that'd be really uncomfortable. So on the 0G roll, I actually felt like I was going to fall out for a second. I was holding on for dear life both times I rode it, which was crazy, and it was pretty good.
Very underrated in my eyes. It's got some really good forces, some fun inversions, and being stood up the whole time is very odd. Number 14 is Dragon's Fury at...
That is so true. Finally, honestly, I would rank it higher, just because I love Dragon's Fury so much. It's so good. I don't know why. It's just so good. It's better than Vampire. It's better than what's the other one? Rattlesnake or whatever. And I bet I haven't ridden it, but I bet it's better than Mandrill Mayhem.
Chessington World of Adventures. I need to stop saying the full name of that park. I just say Chessington. This ride is another marathon spinning coaster and has a lot longer of a layout than Spinballs, and it's 10 times more crazy. Number 13 is Revolution at Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Yes. No. Actually, no. Okay, I prefer Dragon's Fury to Revolution. That backwards drop on Revolution, though, is probably one of the most forceful moments of any ride in the world. But Dragon's Fury is way longer and a lot better, I think. Well, not a lot better, but better.
It wasn't just a forwards loop and then a backwards loop.
Exactly.
I put it much higher, but it's so underrated nonetheless, and it's so much fun and also terrifying. Number 12, although realistically it should be 13 because it is 13 at Alton Towers. Where
Fair enough. fair enough. I really like 13. I'd probably put it higher, but I really like 13.
This is an Intamin manufactured roller coaster with a drop track, spoiler alert, a backwards section in the dark, and more. It's such a good ride, and I love that ride so much. The woods are...
Oh, and sorry guys, but I actually might try and make a couple of copies of Coaster Snoop merch. Okay, I would make it so cheap though. Like, I don't know what the normal price for hoodies is. I think it's like 11 quid usually, but I'd probably make it like 5, just because like 8 people watch my videos and that's it, and I don't think any of them really want to jump with me. They probably just come and go. But to all my 11 subscribers, you can get one if you want. I'm gonna be wearing one if I ever do a video that it is in real life. I will wear one the whole time because they will be awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
just crawling through it, you know. And it's even got a launch at the end.
It actually does.
11, the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, the tallest roller
No. The only good thing about the big one is the drop. That's all I'm gonna say.
coaster in the UK at the moment. Thorpe Park are building a new roller coaster. No way. Not too much going on, but it's still a good ride. The top 10 has finally been reached. Coming up in the top 10, there may be some controversial ones, so who cares? At number 10, we have Galactica, the B&M Fly
Yes.
roller coaster
Yes,
at
yes,
Alton
I agree.
Towers. And as much as this was the first of its kind, so the sort of prototype, it's still tons of fun. I mean, the Fly to Lie section is great, and the barrel roll corkscrew thing is good too. And it's for sure one of my top 5 coasters at Towers. Number 9 is a coaster that people may not know how to rank, or might not even agree with in the slightest. That is Mandrill Mayhem at Chessington. As much as it's a family
I give up. No. Mandrill Mayhem does not look that good in the slightest. In the slightest bit.
roller coaster, it still packs an
But again, I haven't been on it, so fair enough.
absolute punch. And put capacity aside for a second, and it's just an amazing ride. Each row is unique in its own way, and every ride feels different in its own way too. I really do love this coaster. Big love to the Mandrill. Number 8 is one of my top 3 coasters at Alton Towers, considering Nemesis is now gone, so that can't make the list. So sad. Oblivion. It's such a short ride, and you spend half of it on the...
Fair enough. I think it's really forceful, and I wouldn't probably put it that high, but it's good. It's good. I prefer it to Galactica and 13 and stuff. I'd probably put it in the same space for Alton Towers, but not the list. But fair enough.
But that drop is extremely intense and sort of plummeting all the way down underground to then come up again. As much as that's such a short experience of time, it's lovely. Thoroughly enjoy this ride. Number 7 is Nemesis Inferno, the only
enough.
Nemesis
Honestly,
on this list. A B&M
I can agree with that.
inverted coaster that is a very intense coaster experience. Got 4 inversions with a very rare interlocking corkscrew. Yes, very nice. It's a very good coaster, but it doesn't make my top 3 at Thorpe. Number 6 does though, and that is the Swarm at Thorpe Park. If you hadn't guessed already. This
Swarm was better than Stealth, and that's what I'm going to say.
B&M wing coaster was the second of its kind in the world, and it had the first wing over drop ever. It's very frightening and very tall. It's got 4 inversions, although some people count that as one. You do you. It's intense, a
It's not an inversion.
tad short, but it's quite good. It's top 5 time. What are my top 5 roller coasters in the UK going to be?
Well, we're
At
going
number
to find
5
out.
is one that I very much talked bad about last time, so I'm quite surprised it's this high up. I mean, you'd expect it to change considering that was about 78 years ago. Saw the Ride at Thorpe Park. It's a Gerstlauer
Saw is not better than Swarm, and Stealth is not better than Saw. Actually, wait, Stealth is better than Saw, but Stealth is not better than Swarm, and Saw the Ride is not better than Swarm.
Eurofighter that is situated next to Colossus and the Project Exodus site, which means most of the time now enthusiasts use this ride as a way to see that site. But either way, it's a brilliant ride, and it's a lot smoother than it ever has been. It's whippy, it has some amazing inversions, and not to mention, completely forgot, the indoor section and the theming inside there too. Oh, it's such a big part of the experience. Although that isn't my favourite ride at Thorpe Park, because that title goes to Stealth at number 4. This Intamin accelerator
I disagree.
It goes up to a height of 205 feet and reaches 80 miles an hour. Crazy, I never knew that. It's such a fun ride that goes extremely fast, and on that front row, that launch is absolutely incredible. Good ride. Time for the top 3. And at number 3, this is going to be a surprising one, so don't kill me over it. We have an Alton Towers roller coaster, one with the most inversions in the world. That is the Smiler.
I actually can't think of the number 2, but Smiler is number 1 in UK for me. Over Icon, because Icon isn't that good.
It's an absolutely wonderful roller coaster, and it's extremely intense in certain sections. It has a lot of inversions, funnily enough, and it even packs in 2 lift hills. Incredible. But my favourite part on it is still that airtime hill, and maybe even now I'd say the 2 dive loops are up there as well. A record breaker and a world-class roller coaster. Enjoyable. Go ride it. At number 2, we have another world-class roller coaster, this time being Wicker Man at Alton Towers. And the reason I put this so high up is because of the full experience that the ride provides. The
Fair enough, but there's no live actors.
queue line's amazing, the pre-show's amazing, and the coaster itself, they're all brilliant. And yes, I put it over the Smiler. Please don't shoot me. I just love the airtime and the speed of a back row ride on this thing. I mean, it absolutely throws you about, and some of the elements on it are amazing. My favourite part is definitely that first drop, or even the second drop afterwards, but then the hills through the structure as well are insane too. I don't know. It's what I think personally is the best coaster at Towers, and I don't say that lightly. So in first place, the best roller coaster in the UK, in my humble opinion. I mean, if you've noticed, there's been one ride that I've missed out this entire video, so you probably know what it is by now, and that is of course The Walking Dead The Ride. Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Icon isn't that good. And that's all I have to say. So goodbye. No, but really, Icon isn't that good.
Don't worry, this is your stop.